So the way I've been talking about it is around this idea of tomorrow-ready learning. It's the idea of how we have to build out our infrastructures to both get our students ready for tomorrow, but also to make sure that we're ready to provide that kind of learning in the most efficient and effective ways.
Well, to begin with, the model of our traditional, regionally accredited, credit-based, Carnegie seat time education is honestly under attack today. It's a model that was designed for a different time, a different economy, a different kind of student. And so it's almost nonsensical in the 21st century to be operating our institutions on this standard. When we look at the issue of completion rates, the relevance of the education that we're providing and preparing for the workforce, and/or for preparing a human being for an informed life, which is a great value of higher education, we're starting to miss the mark just because of the intrinsic design of our education. And what we do see in the 21st century are other models that are starting to emerge. And the one that is showing most promise is the competency-based education model. There are several campuses that are leading the charge on that, Western Governors University most prominently. But it's offering a strategy that is, frankly, more high-touch for students, that is more cost-controlled than we can provide in our current model, that is highly reliant on technology because it doesn't have a physical classroom or a parking place. And I think all of us need to be looking at that as a part of this paradigm shift that is going on in higher education, that we are going to be doing it differently. And public institutions either have to join this bandwagon of we're going to do it differently, or face the ultimate decision of whether they can stay in business. Other issues that are coming along that we know the data tells us about is that the nature of our student is changing, and there needs to be a focus on adult learners, clearly, that we can have the greatest impact, provide the greatest value to sustaining and growing our economic development and diversification, regardless of where we are, state or in the nation, in that we literally need to recognize that how we serve students has to improve. Our current model assumes a lot. It's oriented to the traditional student. And so we need to rethink from bottom to top and top to bottom the way we even function as an institution, how we define service and who provides it. And then I think a third major issue that we know that's derived from the data is just the role of technology and how it's going to play a role. Technology allows us to drill in and tailor education in a way that the traditional classroom can't. We can assess, and then we can drop a student into right where they need to be in the course curriculum. Our ability to assess students is more powerful online than it is in the traditional classroom because we have the ability to track students, see where they're doing, and the learning management systems can automatically gather the data we need to be able to make data-driven decisions in terms of student success and where we could do a better job in course design and student support. So in these areas, I would argue that we clearly know that we are going in a new direction and that institutions are going to be challenged, and that for a lot of them, their distance education program is their ticket to the dance in the 21st century. It is what is going to make the difference. It is how they will maintain and improve access. It is how they can be creative, flexible, and innovative in providing new forms of curriculum and new forms of training that prepare and re-prepare the adult learner throughout their active working life. This is an exciting time, should not be seen as a threat, but it's a very exciting time as long as community colleges especially rise to the challenge, identify the reality, and begin to adapt and change.